Okay, y'all, so I want y'all to say this, okay? I am not my mistakes. I am not my past. I am not your label. And I am not your expectations of me. Hola todos. How are you guys doing? Guys, today I want to talk about something that God actually gave me a realization about a long time ago. Okay, well, it wasn't that long ago. It was like a month ago, but still. So, guys, there's so many times, like, as people, we love to categorize things. We love to label things and to have things in a way where it fits our tiny minds, right? Okay, so we have a tree. It's called a tree. We have grass. It's called grass. We have flowers. Okay, and those all go in the category of nature, right? We have houses. We have condos, apartments, whatever. And those all go in the category of real estate, right? Or buildings. Okay. And we love being able to do that. We love to categorize things. We love to label them so that we can understand them. And it's like if we don't have a specific one word category for something, what are you doing, Leo? Then we don't understand it. And sometimes we don't even like it, right? Just in general. Now, the issue is, there are a lot of things that we are able to categorize like this, right? But the issue comes when we try to do the same thing to people, okay? Why is this an issue? Because a lot of times we end up categorizing people based off of what we see, based off of what we heard, and then we lead to assumptions, misunderstandings, because we're trying to categorize people. And y'all see Leo back there acting a fool? Like, oh my gosh. Anyways, and really as a whole, diminishing who people are, right? I want y'all to look at this in the Bible in Exodus, okay? You see, Moses tries to do the same thing when God is talking to him and telling him the plans that he has for Moses, right? And Moses is like, okay, well, who should I tell them that you are, though? What category should I give you? What label should I give you so that they know who you are, so that they understand and are comfortable with you? And the issue is that we cannot categorize everything. And I'm going to show y'all that right here, because God, in response, he doesn't give him a label. He doesn't give him a category that our tiny minds can understand. He says, I am who I am. Period. Right? And Moses like, I know he don't really expect me to say, what does that even mean? Great, God, right, okay, but let me break this down, because maybe, I know you all know it, but maybe you didn't know this. So, okay, so like this right here, this is a building, right? These right here, these are people. This one's smart, this one's dumb, this one's funny, this one's lame. You feel me? Like there's categories. These are vegetables, these are fruit. So who are you? Like, what label, category can I put you in? And God's response to that is literally, I am who I am. I am. Who should you say sent? I am sent you, right? And that is so profound to me, because God is so beyond our understanding. God is so broad and so just all-encompassing that there is no way to categorize him. There is no one word label that you can use to sum up who God is, okay? And what's even more amazing about that is, guess what? God said that he made each of us in his image, right? So if we are all made in his image, if we all have his spirit inside of us, and he cannot be categorized with one word, why would you think any of us can? Why? How? Like, you feel me? How much less any of his children? Because we are his creation, which means if we are made in his image, we cannot be defined in one word, right? Okay, y'all, so I want y'all to say this, okay? I am not my mistakes. I am not my past. I am not your label. And I am not your expectations of me. And just don't categorize me. I'm not one thing. Like, I'm created by I am, by Yahweh. Yahweh means I am. He is my creator. I have his spirit inside of me. So why do you think I would be limited to one thing? And here's the next level for you. I'm not my hobbies. I'm not my job. I'm not even my present, because I'm going to continue changing as I continue growing in God. So I'm not even what you see right now. This ain't even completely me. Okay, and I want us to understand that part too, because a lot of times we see someone and we're like, oh wow, you're a singer, oh wow, you're this, you're that, and it's still just a way to categorize someone. So now when that singer does something else, we're like, what you think you doing? You a singer, remember? You should stick to singing. But that's not their identity. Their identity is not a singer. Their identity is in Christ, is in God, and God can call us to do whatever he wants. Only God can tell us who we are, and that's a dangerous thing too, because if we get lost with our identity being in our job or in our hobbies or in now, then when that gets taken away, we feel like we lost a piece of ourselves. If we can realize, yes, I love to dance, I'm great at dancing, but if my leg broke, and God forbid, but if my leg broke or something happened where I was not able to dance again, I would still be me, right? I wouldn't lose me, because my identity was not in dancing. My identity is in God. So now I may not be dancing anymore, but whatever God has called me to next is what I can do, right? And it's hard for us to do because, like I said, as humans, we like to categorize things. We find comfort in it, right? And being able to label actions and patterns as a specific thing. But it's so much deeper than that. And when you can realize that, when you can realize, oh, just because they're doing this, this, and this, doesn't mean their category goes in the mean category. That doesn't mean they automatically go in the butthole category. That doesn't mean they automatically go in the clever category, right? When you realize there's levels to stuff, right? It's not just shallow. It's not just this, 2 + 2 = 4. That's not how we work, because we were not created like that. We were created by God in God's image. And 2 + 2 don't equal 4 for God, okay? It's levels. So I want us to understand that. So not only we can stop categorizing ourselves and realizing we are so much more than we understand. 2, so that we can understand that our identity is not in these little things, but our identity is in Christ and God. Only God can tell us who we are. And 3, so that we don't do that to other people, right? So that we don't limit other people in our eyes, so that we don't categorize or assume things about other people in our eyes. Because how many times have you done something or were feeling some type of way, and then somebody labeled you in that moment and it was wrong and you were mad about it, right? Like, let's say you were having a bad day and maybe you gave off the impression of having an attitude because you were so irritated, and somebody was like, oh, she rude, and it kind of hurt your feelings because you like, no, I'm not rude, I'm just having a bad day right now, like it's not even that, like, you know. Or if you're a little bit more feminine than other guys, like maybe you like things that other guys usually don't like or whatever, and next thing you know somebody labels you as gay, and you're like, that doesn't even make sense. And that's what starts to happen when we stick to this obsession with labeling people, and we almost always get it wrong. And it's just, it doesn't bring justice to any of God's creations, because God put so much into each and every one of us, too much for us to just label it with one thing based off of what we saw or what we heard or what it appears to be or our expectations, right? Don't get caught in that cycle of having to label everything and getting everything wrong and missing the entire point because you're putting things in categories, right? We doing stuff and we experience something and then we miss the entire point because we had to label it as stupid, or we had to label it as mean, or we had to label it as somebody else's opportunity. Okay, so I'm done, y'all. I just want y'all to realize how raw y'all were, and flash a smile one time for them. Flash a smile. I hope y'all flash a smile too, okay? That's flash a smile one time for them. Flash a smile. Okay, I'm done. Bye. Flash a smile one time for them. Flash a smile. I can't even say that fast.